that complete time. We have an amendment, number 4765, which is a motion to suspend the rules and consider the amendment, and I will make that motion in a moment. We have before us a bill. We're going to spend $136 billion more than what we'd planned to before this agreement was made. We have no opportunity under regular order to offset that with less priority, less important items. So we have an amendment for the Senate to vote on. It's not pain-free. It's painful. But it cuts $150 billion from federal expenditures to pay for the additional federal expenditures that will go out the door as a result of this bill. And I actually believe every one of my colleagues in the Senate understands the jam we're in. Where I'm confused is that when we bring cuts to the floor, not only do they not vote for the cuts, they don't offer alternative cuts. And you really can't have it both ways. You can't say you recognize the significant difficulty our country's in and turn around and vote against somebody making an effort to get us out of that jam and not offer other additional spending cuts for which to pay. We don't have that privilege any longer. So either the recognition of the problem is real or it's not. And let me describe what's happened just in the last 2.5 years. We've run a budget deficit for now 27 straight months, including this month. 2009 budget deficit, as reported, was $1.4 trillion. It was actually $1.6 trillion when you take the money that we actually stole from trust funds and other items. In 2010, $1.3 trillion. On the basis of how we're going now, our budget deficit will probably be, in real terms, not what's reported to the American people, but the actual fact of how much the debt will increase, probably $1.6 to $1.7 trillion. How long can we continue to do that? Matter of fact, the largest budget monthly deficit ever recorded was October. $291 billion. The time to act is now. If you don't like what I've put up, then put something else up. Let's have a debate about it. Let's have an honest discussion about the problem and the possible solutions. That's what the Deficit Commission was trying to do. That's what a group of us, including the President Pro Tem, are trying to do on a bipartisan basis. But the fact is, there's no longer a debate on whether or not we're going to have to cut spending in our country. Almost everybody agrees to it. The question is when will we start? And I would tell you, if this amendment passes, we will send a notice to the world that we get it. The international financial community will start seeing us acting like adults and no longer delaying the time at which we will start chipping and stop digging. We have a hole so deep, we may not climb out of it now. The last thing we want to do is make that hole deeper. So, Mr. President, I move to suspend Rule 22, including any germaneness requirements, for the purposes of proposing and considering amendment number 4765, and I ask for the yeas and nays.
The motion is pending. Is there a sufficient second? At the moment, there is not.
I will reoffer.